confirm if we're live right quick. And yeah, we are live on YouTube. It says we're live, but I don't see a feed. It's coming through. All right, there we go.
Let me
All
see if
right,
I can
so
find
how you gentlemen been
it.
Not
for
bad,
the
not bad.
get
Busy,
About
man.
as good as
Obviously, I
one
haven't
can
been
be a
around.
week.
yeah, getting into the holiday.
We had
Um,
inventory at work today, so we had a hell of a day.
oh yeah, counting everything.
hmm
Yeah, that sucks. Um, did you all watch anything new before we get into the discussion of
Yes, I
Yes.
watched Lioness season 2. We might have to
I haven't
go
even.
into
I
that one.
haven't. We will. Yeah, I
Oh,
like Lioness, so yeah, we definitely will. I haven't started it yet.
I
hmm
haven't
Um,
touched that one yet, but I've been peeking at it.
have you watched
hold
season one?
on.
Mm-mm. I
Oh,
haven't
okay.
seen
So
any of
you,
it.
you got to touch.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
I haven't seen
okay.
any
Hold
of it.
on. I got a show that we've been watching, but I don't remember the name of it. I'm trying to find it now. But oh, there it is. St. Dennis Medical.
Mm.
St. Dennis
Have y'all seen that?
No, I've seen the
No,
previews
I don't
for
even
it
know
though.
what
It's
that
Oh
like a
is.
comedy,
man,
right?
it's like The Office, but it's
hmm
it's the ER. It's so funny.
Okay.
What's the
Oh,
It's
black
okay.
dude's name in
hilarious.
there? He's really funny in a lot of stuff he's in. The
Yeah, it's real,
doctor
really
dude.
funny show.
Okay.
Give
Yeah,
it a watch if
I
you got
haven't
the
made it to
time.
the movie theater yet to see Gladiator because I just found out, which I'm not surprised because every time this happens, she says this, but Anna hasn't seen Gladiator 1. So I'm like, all right,
Mm.
we got to watch
Oh no.
our
We
first.
saw Wicked
Oh, yeah,
over
yeah, you
the
told me that. Our
past. hmm
my dog is named after Maximus in Gladiator, so
Ah.
Max.
yeah.
Yeah, my
But all right.
girlfriend saw Wicked, and she said she really loved it. We also watched Horizon, the Kevin Costner Western.
How
Mm.
was it?
It is, I mean, it's undescribably bad. It
Oh
is,
It's
wow.
so funny you said that
if
because didn't they clap for like 26 minutes or
yeah,
something like that? They
it is like malpractice. If I had to describe it, like the filmmaking in it is good. Like you'll love the cinematography, but dude, the story, the editing is incomprehensibly bad, and the um the movie ends with a 2 minute trailer of the next movie.
Mm-mm.
Not even after the credits, before the end credits. It spoils the next movie. It is insane.
what did you
Spoils the next movie.
watch it
That's
on, by the
crazy.
way?
Um, it's on Max, I think. I think it's on
Okay.
HBO Max, but it is like it's 3 hours. I warn you. But honestly, it is. It's like literally 50 different storylines, all trying to converge into one area, and you don't care about any of them. There are two characters who fall in love, and they share three scenes together over a 3 hour movie.
Hmm.
And one of
Okay.
them, her husband, as far as like the movie timeline, like when you're watching it, could have died like a week prior, but it turns out it's over the course of years. But you would never know that. You would never know it unless you read.
That's the way love feels
It's
in real life,
insane.
buddy.
Right. Well,
It's insane.
that's one I won't be watching then.
Mm-mm.
Um
Oh.
No, it's awful. It's awful. It's so bad. Kevin Costner, I'm sorry, man. I know you're watching, but I don't want to lose you as an audience member, but you should be ashamed. You should
yeah.
be ashamed.
Well, if you're tuning into the podcast, we're just catching up because we haven't talked to each other in a while. I think did we have everybody on last week? Yeah, yeah, we
No,
did.
sir.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
Last
so.
week we
Did we?
did. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
tripping.
we
did.
did.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, but it's
Yeah.
that's how it's been the past couple times someone's been missing. So
Yeah.
all right, so cool. And so the topic of discussion tonight is going to be episodes 7 and 8 of the Jackal, because that is what we're talking about currently, which that will have us caught up. We'll probably get off here tonight, maybe watch episode 9.
Oh yeah.
But
Definitely
the
watching it tonight.
the season 1 will wrap up with episode 10. So we'll be back to talk about those two episodes. We'll see if we have a break on that. But we're going to talk about 7 and 8 tonight. And this podcasting channel is supported by Filmlanthropy. So if you don't know what Filmlanthropy is, go check it out. There's short films on there that are coming. It's just to support direct distribution to filmmakers. So check that out. All right, so let's get into the intro of what we do here, and that is talk about film. So this is the Cineformation Podcast, and you know what we do first? We get into our game time. So let's get into it. So let me get my screen shared, and if you are participating in the games, definitely chime in and see if you can beat these guys to the draw.
Impossible.
We're going to start a little backwards. We're going to start with the log lines because I'm going to work on the other game while we're chatting. All right. So let's see. Let me get my screen shared. And all right. Hopefully I didn't give nothing away. All right. So I had to change the first bit because it would have gave it away. But this is the log line. A man and a young hacker join forces to take down a master cyber terrorist, Thomas Gabriel, in Washington, D.C. Chris is smiling because he already knows.
Oh,
I don't know it, bro.
Oh, I just realized I still left a name in there, and I was like, man, that definitely just gave it away.
I feel like I should, but I don't know.
I have a guess, but
A
I'm not
man and a
100%.
young hacker.
I think.
Join forces to take down a master cyber terrorist.
Which one is it? It's
Washington, D.C.
I can't remember the. Okay, I think maybe. I'm a very much a maybe on this one.
So while does anybody need a hint?
I'll take a hint, bro.
I could use another one.
All right. I'm going to try to give the best hint I can that will not spoil anything. 1 second. Let me see what I can hint. It came out in 2007.
Oh, thanks for the help, Trey.
All right, let's see. Hold on 1 second. Let me see what I can give you.
This may not be the one I was thinking of. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, okay. Oh, that would be a kind of a cool hit. There was a character in this movie named Trey, spelled exactly like my name. Does that help y'all any?
I'm gonna drive down the street and I'm gonna fight you, Trey.
I'm gonna fly.
All right. Well, we'll let this one slide because I can't find anything that's just not going to give it away. That's a good hint. So we're going to just scroll on down. Well, first of all, who has a guess?
Can I make a guess?
Yeah,
I'll make a guess. Is it? I don't know the tagline of the movie, but I think it's like Die Hard 4.
I don't know what number it is because they didn't number it. I just realized that it was more so they just kind of played off.
The one with Justin Long, I think, right?
Yes.
Is that right?
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't believe I got.
idea,
I mean,
bro.
I don't know if it's the fourth one or not, but I did write it down. But but yeah, because I was like, that's the only thing I can think of that maybe hit that. But yeah, I
get your points.
I was stumped. I was stiggity stumped.
Yeah.
No, you get your points.
Good job.
Yes.
So let me keep track of points. So let's see here. All right. So now we're going on to the next one. And this one is Logline. A special ops commander leads his team into the Nigerian jungle in order to rescue a doctor who will only join them if they agree to save 70 refugees too.
I know this movie, and I can't remember the name. I'm gonna have to.
Don't give them any.
Where are you pulling your pool of movies from?
I know exactly what this is. I know what it is.
I would really like to know what you be going through when you picking these movies.
It's called.
There is usually a theme.
There's definitely a theme here.
And
I can tell you exactly what it is.
So once you catch on to the theme, you might probably start taking away some points.
Yeah, I
Bro,
don't
first
remember what the
of
name
all,
of this movie is, but
I ain't even seen the first one that you did, the Fight Die Hard. I haven't even seen.
You haven't seen that?
I saw that.
No,
one.
sir.
That's like
not.
the best one. To me, that's the best one.
the best Die Hard? Is that what you're saying?
I like that one.
Dude, come on now.
It was just, I really liked that one.
The first Die Hard is the best one.
I mean,
I'm stumped on this one too. Y'all got a guess for this one?
Okay, so Corey, you got anything?
Not a
Okay.
slightest.
So this movie, and
Hotel
I'm
Rwanda.
I have a feeling
I'm not sure.
catching the
it-
theme.
Oh, I might be able to give you a hint. I'll give you
Okay.
a personal hint, and then I'll see if there is a hint. So you definitely do get something in your eye probably on occasion watching this movie. Give you any hint there?
Is it called?
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
gonna say it's
Roots?
something like Tears of the Sun. It's like I was thinking Empire of the Sun, but I think it's like
Yep.
Tears of the Sun.
It's Tears.
Oh
it is
my gosh.
Tears of the Sun.
I knew it.
Yo,
I know we were.
If
going
you
on
pick
Bruce
one, all right.
Willis.
So yeah, great Bruce Willis movie, but
I know.
Bruce Willis has been literally in everything. If you scroll through Netflix, you can find 50 shitty movies
And you-
with Bruce Willis in them.
And you want to know what? That is true, and it shocked me. I was like, I did not know he was
He's
in
been in everything,
this
bro.
much.
Yeah.
One of my favorite hood movies has Bruce Willis in it.
What was the name of it? Because I might have almost picked it.
It's the one with 50 Cent and Bruce Willis, bro.
Yeah, what was
Let me
that?
see.
Oh,
Let me see.
I saw that one.
I take it
was,
back. It may not actually be my favorite hood movie because I don't
Setup.
remember the name
It
of
was
it.
like
Yeah,
setup.
that's what it is. The setup.
Yeah.
He said you keep your bullets with guns in it. He said, man, you keep a car parked in the garage with no gas in it.
Right. Yeah, that's classic.
I'm weak.
All
That's
right.
funny.
Last one, and if you know the theme,
Oh, I know this one.
Oh yeah, I know this one.
an imprisoned. Now, I do want to say this. I think everybody watching this series of episodes we've been doing will be very disappointed on anyone that doesn't get this one. An imprisoned IRA fighter is free to help stop a brutal, seemingly faceless assassin from completing his next job.
Faceless assassin.
Corey, do you know it?
Corey,
I'm not
this
in the
this
right
one,
mindset, I guess, for this.
Corey, this one, you
Possibly.
You're gonna
can
I think I
guess.
do know because the faceless kind of gives it away. If that's
All right. Well, Corey's gonna answer first.
I'm
face
weak.
off,
Oh wait, what'd you say?
face off.
No, Bruce Willis isn't in Face
Look,
Off.
I'm
Come
dead
on,
right
buddy.
now.
Now look, I will be on Corey's side with this. It must have went over my head, but I did not know he was in this. I didn't know he was this movie.
That's how good of an
Let's see.
actor he is. That's
I
how
did not
good
know.
of an actor.
Oh
he
wait,
is.
I may not know this
Yeah.
one either. Don't
Oh,
call
No,
on
the
me.
original.
look right here. Look, can you read that?
Yep.
Yeah,
Right
I
there.
knew this,
I spelled Jackal
but I
wrong,
didn't
but-
know this.
Yeah, Bruce Willis
Because
is
The
the
Jackal.
I
With
looked it up
with
in
yeah.
1997, right?
Oh
Yep.
wow, that's cool.
So
That's crazy.
with
ain't
Richard
it?
with Richard
That is
Gere
crazy. Now I'm gonna go watch it.
doing a
Yeah.
bad Irish accent the entire time. It's fantastic.
But no,
It's an okay
yeah,
movie. It's good.
the theme was Bruce Willis, and shout
Yeah.
out to him. I wish there could be
3 for
some
3.
magic serum that could just get this dude back on his feet, but we are
yeah, he's
without
struggling
Bruce
right now.
Willis. All right, so stop sharing
Yeah,
here.
Jake killed us on that one, man.
Yeah, Jake went in every single
3
round.
for
so-
3.
Hey,
I got
damn
it.
some
They
Bruce
wanna come
Willis.
back
I
and
love
watch
Bruce, but damn
the
man.
Jackal, the original.
Next time, pick something like I don't know. What's the name of that damn movie? What?
Well,
Chris Tucker, Bruce Willis. It's got all the people. It's like
Fifth Element.
Fifth Element. That was such a good
Oh
movie.
yeah.
Well, you didn't pick nothing
Nah,
that
I
people
didn't pick-
knew.
Well, I picked the ones that I thought people really wouldn't know, and I thought you would know Tears of Sun. I was like,
No,
Chris is.
sir.
I was like,
I've
Chris
seen
gonna
that.
get
No,
Tears
sir.
of Sun.
No, sir, Chris is not.
Damn. Have you seen it?
No, I have not.
Wow.
Bro, we all gotta make a list of stuff that we all haven't seen that we should have
Yeah,
seen. That's what we should be
we
reviewing.
probably
Movies you
do.
should have seen.
All right.
I'm gonna
So
make you watch some shit. Then you're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Hey man, I'll make you. If you do, I'll make you watch Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Look
That
it
sounds
up.
good.
Worst
If it's
movie
any- if
ever
it-
made.
If it's anything like Krampus, then it's probably amazing.
Oh,
because
it's
Krampus is
awful.
great.
First 30 seconds. I'm not gonna tell you. Just watch it. It's awful.
Okay, I'll watch it. Yeah, I'll watch it. Yeah, I'll find it. I'm gonna look it up right now, actually.
Well, now we are getting into the official film review of these episodes. We're going to start with episode 7.
Oh my god!
and
What the fuck, Chris?
Just talk about that one. And so episode 7 if we're picking up from 6, this is where it is. It's time to uh, hit our target ultimately. Um, if you all can refresh my memory a little bit on how that episode started off, but I know that's pretty much. I don't want to spoil. Well, we're gonna spoil it, but I just didn't want to start off with how it ends. Um, but yeah.
No, yeah, good point. 1 second here. So if I remember correctly, let me pull it up. I'm
Yeah.
pulling up for background information. But
Yeah.
Corey, you took a
Sorry.
bunch of notes on this, right?
On episode 7, I do have notes.
Yeah, there you go.
How
I
did
don't
it
remember
start
how it
off?
starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. What
Actually, I do. I don't remember, but I do remember how episode 6 ended when he was using old dude, to get into the place, and
So that's basically where it starts off. It finishes off where he's working on the blueprints on the floor.
Oh
He's
yeah,
in
that's
like a
right.
That's
library,
right.
I think.
Yeah.
that's where. It was.
Yeah. So he's on the blue. He's working on the blueprints, and then the security guard boyfriend comes up to him and starts talking to him, and then he does eventually end up going to the library after that too.
Okay.
The
Yep. And
library
that's
scene is where he runs into the Asian lady. I don't know
handler.
her
His
name.
handler, pretty
Yeah,
much.
his
we'll say.
handler essentially. Yeah.
The one thing that I wrote down about that interaction was when he's like, "Hey, these MI6 agents are on my back. I could use a little help, getting them
Mhm.
off my back." So it's like she gets kind of excited that hey, I'm actually getting the help, because he's always like, "Hey, this is my job. I'm gonna do it how I need to." But she said, "Hey, if you need anything, we can help you out." So he took advantage of that, and she got excited for
Yeah.
helping. But we see how that goes.
And she's a super fan of his, so
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, ultimately, I mean, it leads up to him kind of getting prepped to get into this. Um, what is that place? Like a theater hall of
Yeah,
like,
basically
yeah.
a event
yeah,
hall or something.
a
Yeah.
very luxurious one.
Mhm.
One thing that did confuse me, because so what we're doing right now is the Jackal knows he needs to be here. He knows he's not going to be able to get in. So what he's planning to do is to hang out in here for a couple days, right? That's what he's
Right.
getting ready for.
Yeah.
If they mentioned no one knows where this event is until the night before or whatever, how did he know?
I think he just took
Because
a good guess.
Okay, I was wondering about that, and I was like, I couldn't find the connection.
I'm pretty
Mm.
sure they
Unless
explained it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was somebody that was connected to the dude that was releasing the app was in a city, some in that city that they went to or something.
Yeah,
Like
and
he had been
Oh,
tracking
okay.
somebody that should have been attached to it or something like that. I can't remember.
and I
Okay.
think what
Okay.
really sold it too is when Ramses said, "Yeah, they're really locking security down after this like one little like
Okay.
Oh
concept."
Yeah.
And he
Okay.
said,
So
"What's
that's when
that
he's like,
about?" And they,
"Okay, like this is where it's gonna be."
but he was
I think
already
that was what it
scouting
was
it
there.
before.
Yeah.
then,
That
though,
probably
because
okay. I
yeah,
missed
because he
that
was
part.
scouting that beforehand too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That confirmed it to him that he needed to be there a couple days early because he had the in with the security guy.
Right.
But he was already there scouting it. Like he kind of already knew like this is going to be the venue. So I think it was him tracking,
Yeah.
the one lead he had.
That's something
So
we'll have to go back and look for, Trey. I'm gonna write that down in notes.
yeah, I was just because I still,
Yeah.
I mean, I hear you all, and I see that makes sense, but I still
Mhm.
just wasn't completely clear. How did he just?
Now, that's the probably only the downfall of this whole show is
Those little
sometimes
holes like
there's
that?
little things like, does that really
Yeah.
make sense, or how does that work out? But I mean,
Yeah.
if that's only when you're trying to
When you're,
dissect it
yeah,
like
when you,
we're
yeah,
doing. If
exactly.
you're just
Yeah.
watching it, it's a really good show.
Yeah.
But
Oh
we're
yeah,
just
no,
breaking
it's a
down.
great
Yeah.
show. I enjoy it. I mean, that takes me all the way back to the beginning with him sighting the shot on the
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
sniper. So yeah, I mean,
It,
it's
it
been a
definitely
great show.
it definitely does a good job of it moves fast enough and throws enough at you, and there's enough quality around it that the plot holes I didn't really think about. Like
Mhm. Right.
I like a few things did present themselves even in this episode, and I didn't even think about that initially, Trey. But there were like even like the hit that happens or the attempted hit on the two MI6 people,
Mhm.
and then
Well,
just like
on that note, that's
yeah.
what he asked his handler to take care of for
Yes.
him in the library.
Yep.
Mm, mhm, mhm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he asked him, but I mean, which made sense. But it was like, you all brought like 8 people in 2 cars to kill 2, and you all just missed. Like you. I mean, I know she
That's
saw
what
him,
I
but I was like,
said.
you
As
all
soon as
didn't
I
do a
said
better
that,
job.
I
Yeah.
said, "Yo, y'all should have waited until you were right in front of her, like
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
literally right. Why shoot until you're down the? Why would you wait? Why would you be down the street?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
Yeah.
if
you
you
could have even
notice,
acted like you were her pickup.
if
Yeah.
you
Or you snipers.
Yeah.
later in the
Anything other than that plan?
Yeah.
later in the episode, the guy, the head guy, I don't know his name, but the
Yeah.
head guy that the handler works for, he's like, what happened with that job, and they're like, oh well, the Russians didn't do well, and he's like, that's why they messed up, because they're Russians, they're foreigners. You
Yeah.
need to make
Yeah.
sure you
Yeah.
hire better help,
Yeah. Yeah.
basically, like hire the right people for the right job. And then he actually made a reference to basically the downfall of Rome, when he
Mhm.
said Julius Caesar started hiring foreigners to build and work for him, and that was the downfall of his empire.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's just kind of a fun little like
no, that
thing
was
there.
a great scene dialogue wise, because
Yeah.
I also took it that I think they were trying to highlight that they were racist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That they were that type. They're like, oh, no foreigners. You know.
Yeah, pretty
They're
much.
not. They're
Well, I
not
think
racist. They're
I think they're just
prejudiced.
elite.
Well, not racist.
I think they're just elites. Bro. I think
Elites,
they're
right,
just
yeah,
above
exactly.
everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Uh,
imperialists. They're pure imperialists and nationalists with that in mind.
So our main character is getting ready to head out, and he sees something on his phone, and I'm curious what you all are making from it. But that's where he sees. I hope I don't have the episodes mixed
No,
up.
you're right, because I have a
Okay.
note for
Her
that.
brother.
Okay, yeah, her brother is in the hideout room, and he's saying he needs 40,000 because he's about to buy a bar, but he
Wiping
goes,
his shit.
but he swiped about 20 stacks, so
And a pistol.
Yeah.
and a pistol. That's right, the pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy's gonna go do something really stupid. Is what he
I
said.
know it's gonna. I know it's gonna happen.
It just
I know it's
dawned
gonna
on me
happen.
too. It just
I know it's
dawned
gonna
on
happen.
me. Go,
I know
you
it's
say
gonna
your
happen.
theory because I think
All right.
I'm with you.
What I think is gonna happen, because her brother seems to be a hothead, and he
Yep.
Yeah.
seems to want to act on impulse. He's
Yep.
gonna do something stupid, get caught with that gun. That gun is gonna get linked to a crime. He is now the Jackal.
Yep.
Mm.
Exactly.
Dang, man, we done saw the damn show, boy.
Yeah.
Golly.
And they're gonna
I
raid
definitely
that
said
house and
wife's,
find all that
wife's
shit in there.
bro is gonna get himself in trouble for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then the whole
Somewhere.
next season is gonna
He's
be
an
him
idiot.
trying to fucking keep the secret and keep his wife happy that now hates him
Yeah,
because her brother's in prison.
yeah, because her
I
like
I
the
think
brother.
she's gonna turn. I think she turns on her brother for him.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I mean, if the brother significantly screws up, like she probably will, but it's just
Yeah.
I think it depends on what he does, because I think that they all treat him like he's a screw up, and that's why whenever he asks for the money for anything, she's always like,
Except for Mama. Mama loves her boy.
yeah,
That was obvious. But I will say I'll take back. I don't think she's gonna turn on her brother for her man in
Mm-mm.
that sense, but it's the lifestyle. I think she enjoys what she has. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, she's gonna get put in a situation where she has to choose one or
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other. Like
Yeah.
she's
Most
gonna
definitely.
have to make a decision.
well, and it's gonna be in part for her son. I think that's
That-
what it's
yeah,
ultimately
yeah.
gonna be for, is
Definitely,
like
yeah.
the lifestyle for the kid, and also like protecting him overall. But I'll tell you what, though, leading up into this, because I know I'm catching up to you guys and all that, like, if Bianca could make a shot, if Bianca can make
We
a
talked
shot,
about
this
that, yeah.
this would have already been over.
Yeah. So going
Yeah.
into that this is my next note for going into Bianca, and they actually get a sketch because
Mhm.
Bianca sees the Jackal and her partner sees the Jackal, so they go to a specialist who makes a very detailed
Yep.
sketch of the Jackal and what they think he looks like.
Mhm.
When that gets released, he gets recognized by a police officer who is investigating a crime in his building where his Airbnb was. The Jackal.
Now I think that was just a hoax. I think they were just doing that to just see what people were staying in Airbnbs. But go on, yeah, it's still
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, my note says, did he know that he was going to get recognized? Because if you noticed, once they talked to him at the door there, when they knocked on the door and were checking on him,
he never
he
went back.
immediately
Yeah.
never went back to Airbnb. Went to
No, I
Ramsey's
think he knew
house.
it got burned because once
Right.
it should. I think he got intuition that this
Yeah.
cop knows a little bit more than is just asking questions. I'm
Yep.
Yeah.
burned. Got to get rid of this place. That's
Yeah,
why they gave the real number so he
she
knew it was
asked like
ring.
what 3 or 4 questions. She
I
didn't
think
just
she
let
Yeah,
was
he's
anything
catching
go.
a
smart,
weird.
bro.
That was before the sketch was actually released.
Yeah, yeah,
And she was just catching a weird vibe with him. But then when the sketch was released, she was like, okay, yeah, that has to get investigated. And then they go and he's gone. But
Only
yeah,
reason why she let him go was because he gave him the right phone number. If he doesn't give the right phone number there, he goes
yep.
to
That
jail
was
right
true.
then and there.
That was
Right.
true, and it rung.
I gotta ask about because it's like so obviously they know that the Jackal uses disguises, and he kind of really doesn't in this in this assassination attempt. He he wears kind of I mean he dresses himself up, but he isn't
mhm.
he's not disguised, so he knows that he's been seen by a cop, and it's like the
So
cop
why
can't
wouldn't you disguise yourself?
right, and he has to be there. So so he can't leave. He can't just like blow the mission or whatever and leave. But it's like I also got to ask too. It's like with that in mind, he's not wearing much of a disguise. You don't already have him like posted. And now I know that they didn't expect him to go there 2 days early.
Mhm.
And I think even the MI6 agents, if I remember correctly, like they didn't know where the billionaire guy was going to be initially, right? They were still trying to track down where he was going to be.
Yeah.
But they started doing their security sweeps early, and I'm like, no one like you didn't have you didn't review security camera prior, you didn't use like your facial recognition. You know they've got it. You know they've got it.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
no, yeah. They, I mean, they definitely, yeah, they bumped up the security. But they got that piece of information a little late, didn't they?
Hmm.
They got it as they showed up.
They did. They
Yeah.
did. Although
Ye-
when he was entering into the
Concert.
piano, yeah, the piano concert, he had his like boot, like he had like a broken leg kind of thing. He had that boot in a bag,
I
and
don't think he had it on.
no, because he holds the bag up, and he's like, "Oh, I think it was the boot that set off the alarm," and then he puts it on.
Oh, I thought he had it on his foot.
Damn,
He
I can't
did. He
remember.
did eventually. He did put it on, but I was a little confused as to why it
When
was
he
in a
walked
bag.
through the security, I think
Yeah,
I thought the same thing. I was like, "Why? What do you mean it must have been the boot?"
yeah. I would be like, "Why are you not? Why are you carrying a boot in a bag? Why isn't it on your foot?" I don't know. That one
Yeah,
seemed strange to me. I did.
I don't know if I
Quite
remember
get
that
Oh,
being.
I
add it to the
missed that.
notes.
I must have assumed. See, my mind must have just played a trick, and I assumed I missed that, and I assumed it was on his foot. So I didn't even pay
Maybe it
attention to that.
was, and he just didn't
No,
refer to it. But
Jay,
I thought
I'm
it was in
pretty
the
sure
bag.
that you're right because I
Yeah,
remember feeling the same way when I
yeah.
saw it.
Because he shows it, and it's like he holds it out, and he's like, "Oh, it must have been this boot." And I'm like, if I was a security guy
Yeah,
who
that's
cared,
weird.
I'd be
All right,
like,
here we go. Let's go
"Why
to
are
the
you
tape.
carrying
Yeah,
I
a
got it
boot?"
right here.
yeah. So that's all happening. They're getting ready. He's in there. Something that stood out to me that I kind of I liked the detail of it was he's up in his spot, getting ready to camp out pretty much, and
Before that, he buys a bunch of snacks and stuff, and I was like, "Why is he buying all these snacks and water bottles
Yeah.
and stuff for one person?" It's like that's so much stuff for
yes,
one little concert. I know they say it's like a really long concert, but
yeah.
still, like that's a lot of snacks.
I thought the same thing too, and then I kind of it was dumb, but I know they showed the dog and he got like peanuts, and I was like, oh, is he about to like do peanuts like change
Yeah, I saw that. I thought about that. Too.
your
The
aroma?
scent.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
did.
Virginia said. She thought she was like, "Is he gonna rub the peanuts on himself?" to
Right.
cover-
That's what I didn't know if he knew. I was probably learned something.
yeah,
But no, that wasn't the case. But I like how he was up there doing his thing, and
yeah,
they put emphasis that like he made sure to rub his legs and stuff like that. Because most movies you just have someone lay up there, they'd be like, "Yep, he was up there for
Mhm.
X amount of hours," and it's like,
Mhm.
no, his legs would have went numb, and
Cramped
he
up.
would have been throwing them around trying to
Yeah,
wake
he was
him
yeah,
doing.
up.
He
yeah.
was,
Remind me
him
something
doing
about that
push-ups and
later,
stuff.
Trey.
Okay, I will. I like the detail on that. That was just like it
Yeah.
didn't need to be there, but it was better that it was. You know.
Oh, so much better. And I do wonder if that was a situation where it was like, did the director of the episode, did the screenwriter, did anybody like, did they put that detail in, or did Eddie Redmayne, while he was laying there with a camera on him, decide like, this is what I would do
It,
as this trained sniper, as this assassin, if I was cramped.
when we finish this up, maybe with the last one, I'll try to do a lot, and you can help me, Jake. Try to find like a lot of BTS stuff and see if we can talk about that too.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
pretty cool. But because I was
Yeah.
gonna ask Chris and Corey this.
All right, I figured it out, boys. By the way, sorry to interrupt. But
No,
Yeah,
you're good.
no,
Go
go
on,
for
go
it.
on, go on.
He's
What's
doing
up?
the boot,
in-game
he did have the
research.
boot on. When he opened up the
did.
bag, he was showing that the bag was empty. Like when you go into an event, you have to show that the bag is
Oh,
empty. He was
I
showing that it was
understand.
empty. Yeah.
Okay, I understand. All right, I was
Sorry to
confused because
interrupt,
he like he
No,
ate,
no, that's
he
cool.
like held it up, but okay, that makes more sense then. All right.
I want to reset Corey's video right quick.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if I can do it on my end.
Granulated.
In my little.
Just joking.
It
Maybe
looks
good.
like it might be coming back now. Yep, there it goes. All right. So, but no, I was gonna ask you two. Do y'all know how many writers are on TV shows most of the time?
Oh yeah, I mean
I mean, a
Sometimes
lot.
for like shows, it's
depends,
like a different
but
writer
a
every
lot.
episode, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I wanted to touch on what Jake was asking, like who came up with that decision making. I was like, sometimes they have a writer that writer's job and input is just to like make sure that character acts in a certain way. So I was like, there might be one person's job that just makes sure he does meticulous
Oh,
things.
be like, nah, he would never do something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
Yeah,
sticking to the
like he
character.
probably learned about like English special forces snipers and what you would have to do to prep for something like that, and he basically like would go through and just add in little details or like check like that of like no, he wouldn't move like that, he wouldn't do that, like
Yeah, there'll be tons of writers. But then also a lot of these shows, and I'm gonna have to look it up on this because I wasn't sure about it. But most shows they change directors and camera
Mhm.
people like
Like
every
through an episode.
throughout episodes. But they might have kept this one the same. I mean, most of the time you want it to, so it doesn't change too much.
Yeah, I think with smaller series like this, with like more prominent figures in it, they tend to kind of keep it like there might be like someone who direct, like the showrunner might direct like 6 of them, and then they might have a couple other directors who come in occasionally.
Yeah.
Quick
So
question about
yeah.
that. So like, you say there's different writers sometimes, and I see that on the episodes. Like
Yeah.
when you watch
I'll look it
something,
up now.
opening credits starts with different writers. Is there times where there are multiple writers? They pitch their thought on the episode, and then like the director or whoever is over that gets to pick which one he likes better, or like how does that work?
Ooh, that's a good question. I have to
So
ask
the
this.
showrunner would do that. So it's like the showrunner would have already like
But
they
my
would have already
question-
had. Go ahead.
My question is like, is
How did
is
that
it-
person win that
is
job?
there
ultimately?
multiple writers for one episode, and then like they're like, hey, I like this way he took the better, or the other?
You saying
or
are
is
they
there
are they
only one?
picking the routes as they write it?
Oh, I see what
Right.
you're saying. So, so usually, if you have a bigger writers' room, and this is more prominent for like an episodic or like
Right,
serial like show that's going to be on
CSI.
for like
Yeah.
like CSI. But you would have a writers' room, and you would split up the episodes between people, and then everybody would kind of come in and fill in ideas or
Yep.
go through continuity, like that one writer who is like filling in like that. But it kind of it can depend too. Like if you have like a head writer who's the showrunner, like if the showrunner is more of a producer, then they're probably approving the ideas. But if the head writer is the showrunner, then they have everything built out, and then they have people coming in and reviewing dialogue and stuff like that.
So it's more or
Yeah.
less the writer is predetermined before it's
Exactly.
written.
on
instead
something
of-
like this. Yeah, it's so like I'm looking it up now. It looks like there's assistant writers and stuff like that are
Yeah.
maintaining dialogue
like the
and
inner
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the way this one person wrote it is how it's gonna go.
Yeah, because it's a continuous story. Like
Yeah.
what happens in episode 3 correlates to what happens in episode 6,
Right.
and that's hard
And
to
there's
do if you break it
flashbacks.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas like if you get like a sitcom, like sitcom has like 24 episodes of, like Modern Family or something like that. You probably had like writer A did episodes 5, 8, and 12, and they're all pitching ideas, and then they get that assigned out basically in like a writer's room like that. But and this is like a continuous story, and so they might have had someone write a couple of episodes, but usually it was probably like they're filling in like what was already a template probably.
Yeah. The Yeah, so yeah, that was a good question. And then so he's up there doing his thing. We're about to take the. Tell me if I skip anything. But we're about to take the shot. Show is starting.
No, you skipped a little bit. Just there was
Yeah.
one more sweep,
Okay.
security sweep, and I was curious too. Before the security sweep, I don't know if you noticed he was taking a credit card and like sharpening it. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
that's right. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was
At
like,
first, I
why is
wasn't
he
sure.
why is he
Yeah.
sharpening that? But I have a
Yeah, I was
comeback to
wondering
that
about that.
after. So I said that, and
Yeah, we
then
know what he had to
when he
do.
was up there, with all that time he had a lot of flashbacks
Mm-hmm.
to his wife and when he first met his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Um,
the flashbacks. Yeah, good call.
yeah, so I didn't know if that was him kind of trying to battle with himself, whether or not like is his wife worth with all the stuff that she knows, is it worth this relationship to stay going? Because I know
I
some of
think
you
the other
guys were
way.
saying like, hey, like we're ready to just he needs to just kill her and get over with and like
Now I
move
like
on.
her. I like her, and I'm gonna play
Yeah.
devil's advocate. I think it's the other way. I think it was why he's willing to go the lengths he is for this one.
Right. And
Is
he's
what
just
I think.
remembering those good memories. He's like he's pulling that out like, hey, this is why I'm with this woman and I
Yeah,
need to remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, because he actually does love his son and his wife, and
yeah, I think
I
so.
think I think when like the scene in episode 5, it was 4 or 5, I think, where she comes to Paris and they meet, and he's like, "I have to tell you some secrets about me that I've been afraid to say," and he lies to her, but he seemed genuine about like this one job, and I swear I'm out, like I'm
Mm-hmm.
done, like I'm gonna come home to you, and you'll have the life will just be what you want. And I think he meant it, but so I think he is kind of thinking about that from the standpoint of why is he doing this? And I don't know. I think that there's also an element of like where your mind, one, I mean, obviously it's a device for them to fill in backstory about him, but it's also an element of like um, when you're waiting that long, your mind's going to wander onto the things that are like important, And so, I thought it was like, what does he focus on? Well, he's not thinking about the kill the entire time. He's thinking about his family. It adds a little complexity. So
And
Most
then they
definitely.
go
Jake, you ever
into
been caught by your girl like doing something you weren't supposed to be doing?
yeah,
Man, he'll say anything that he can to get out of that, bro.
Mm,
I think that he got caught up and he just needed a way out, bro. I,
well,
I
he got caught. I mean, I think he was trying to give her a truth that she might want to believe, if that makes sense, because
yeah,
it's
so
like it's
then why not just if you're gonna be honest, just be honest. There's
yeah,
no such thing as a half truth. Just if you're gonna go there,
yeah.
just go all the way, man.
I mean,
Or
I agree
don't.
with you. Like, I think that like he should have just been like, listen, I'm murdering people.
Yeah, if you say
but
something, you'll be next. You'll be
yeah,
I mean,
next.
but
I completely I agree with both of y'all because
yeah.
I'm like, if I'm this person, the Jackal, and this is my spouse, it's like, okay, I'm gonna tell you, your
Yeah.
reaction and what you want to make of this
Depends
depends.
on what
Yeah,
happens to you
what
next.
happens next? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. But I mean, but I
It's
think
gonna be
I think
fine,
also
but
on that
you might
front,
not be.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think on that front, he
Crazy.
doesn't. I know he doesn't want to kill her. Like,
No.
I don't.
so
I think you're
if
right.
she went to the cops, he wouldn't want to kill her. And on top of that, I think that it's a question of like you also have to consider like if you tell your partner that you are an international assassin
Now she's
who
accomplice. Yeah.
she's an accomplice, and so it's like if the cops ever question her, like she can't play dumb really. Like,
Yeah,
but
I
if
mean, yeah,
yeah,
it's one of those things where it's like, okay, I can still trust you, but not tell you everything
yeah,
because just in case you
yeah,
can't really expose me or yourself, So yeah,
yeah,
for
Yeah.
sure. The okay, so yeah, Corey,
so
good
then
call out on the flashbacks.
they're going through the last security sweep
Yeah.
before UDC comes in there. My one note that I had on that is it shows them walking right over that hatch
yeah,
that he went in. I was like, how do they not check the floor? Like what
yeah.
that's one of those things again that's like, come on now. Like it's
When
literally right
yeah.
there. You just stepped on the hatch.
I
Like
mean,
When
bro,
when
have you
you're
ever been looking for something in your house that's right in front of your face and you're looking for it
you're
and you
right.
can't find it, bro?
No,
You're
and I
right.
agree with you. I think that finding that in the moment might have been hard, but I think that one of the important things that you do if you're running a high profile security program is
You had
one,
maintenance to
That was
Yeah.
walk you
it, man.
around.
ask maintenance. You say, hey, where are all the nooks and crannies you can go? And two, you look at blueprints. And it's like, and that's like what he was doing. You look at blueprints. People who play in high security, they would look at blueprints. So I don't know how they didn't catch that one, but you know.
So then we're getting prepared for the shot and everything. Now I feel like I'm a little out of timeline with this, but when did he start taking out security?
This was so the one scene that we're before he starts doing that is UDC, which is the guy who's gonna get
Right. Okay. Hold on.
assassinated.
Well, you're gonna talk about him coming up.
Yes.
Okay.
'Cause I have a theory about something.
all right.
Wait,
Well,
you all
let me.
completely skipped over the
Yeah,
part like where the security, like the last security check, where they introduced this crazy machine that can see apparently what you ate the day before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They never even, you see, they
I
introduced this machine and they never
Oh,
even
the
used
thing-
it.
That was early
Oh.
in this episode when Ramesses was coming.
Yeah, I was gonna
like,
say something about it earlier, but we glossed over it. So
Yeah.
yeah, they introduced that machine and it never got used.
yeah,
and
because
then
he's already
they-
in there.
Right,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, why even say that you had this
Why?
great machine?
Yeah.
then?
Why even talk
Yeah,
about
it
it?
was-
Well, because he did prepare for that. Because when he was talking to Norman, the gun maker, Norman asked him like, "What are your obstacles?" And he knew about that machine already.
Right,
So
he
it's
went in
like-
2 days prior.
Yeah, well, he went in
To
2 days
avoid
prior
the
and
machine.
to avoid it. Yeah, and basically that was why he did that too. Part of the reason why he did it 2 days
Because
earlier,
it was an
because-
X-ray
I
machine.
got
If they
you.
would have X-rayed
So-
that boot, they would have seen that that's not a normal boot.
So here's the
Yeah.
second thing that we glossed over was that right before that scene, Trey, they talked to the head of security, the
Yeah.
Bianca, and she said, "Yeah, this is the guy we're looking for, right?" He said,
He
"Okay,
did.
this shouldn't be that hard." And she said, "All right, now look at this dude." He said, "Why am I looking at him? Because that's what he looked like last time we saw him."
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
again, going back to your point of he's really good at disguising, but he didn't even use it on this mission. I
didn't
don't
use
understand
it.
why.
It was also because he had access to that location to drop off stuff prior with his security boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with Rasmus, I think his name is, and he it's like he could have dropped off everything
Right.
prior, technically,
Yeah, he
right?
could've
And
had,
he
like, a
could have
drop
snuck
bag
in
upstairs.
under disguise. He could have walked right through that machine,
Yeah.
like, and they wouldn't have even known. I mean, because if he had a good enough disguise, like
Which
maybe
he
they can
could
see
have.
through.
He literally
prosthetics.
sat right behind her on a plane. He
Yeah.
could do it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
very true.
Did like maybe that machine could see through disguises too? Like they'd see its prosthetics.
Bone
Yeah.
structure.
Hey,
That's
Grandpa,
fine.
I'm gonna need for you to come over here to the side. I need to tug
Yeah,
on your
you
skin.
got all your teeth. What's going on?
Yeah, wait on it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
That's funny.
the one thing, so then when they
man.
started to introduce UDC, he's downstairs and they're gonna raise him up, but he starts making out with his partner, which
And that threw me off, not in any like way of their sexuality or anything, but I wasn't sure about that, and so when that happened, I was like, oh, okay, well that clarified that, but I wasn't sure about that up until that point.
yeah, I have a feeling like he's something's up with him.
The
That's
partner,
what I'm gonna
You
call.
think the
it.
partner is maybe
Yeah,
like
I think
in on
something.
it,
I
or-
think something's up too.
Yeah. Who do you think is because we haven't found who the rat is with MI6 yet?
I'm
have we?
telling you, I already told you who it is,
The
but y'all
rat's
don't ever listen.
the rat's the black dude. I think they kind
You
of
think
showed
it's
it
him?
a little bit.
That's.
They
I
kinda-
think they're
Oh.
twisting us. I think they're twisting us up.
It's her little crony, the little dude that she gives the little bitch work to all the time. He's either
Yeah.
he's either
He's the
internal
easy pick,
affairs.
though.
He's either internal affairs. He's working behind the scenes trying to figure out for the people doing the investigation who the rat is, or he's on the other side and he
You
actually
think-
is.
You
One
think
of the-
they made it that easy?
Yeah,
It-
'cause
one-
that's-
I'm telling you,
that's
it's one of the
easy
two.
pick.
That'd be good. That'd be a good one.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
the surprise pick, but it wouldn't make any sense, would be her like new partner, the guy who she has a
Mhm.
history with.
Or the
But they were
boss.
talking about it
The
before
woman,
though.
the
Yeah.
woman being the mole would be very interesting.
It would be.
white
You know
girl.
what? We can revisit
Because
this
we haven't even
conversation
gone
after
there
we talk about episode
Episode
8.
8. Yep.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I was thinking about it
Yeah.
too. So, episode 7, the shot is about to be taken, but what happens? What happens?
We have another hitman. in the
manifesto.
mix.
Another crazy people.
Festo shooter.
Yeah. So, he just he thinks he can run up and.
Luigi
Guess
Mangione.
what? Guess
Oh,
what,
sorry,
Jake?
no.
Guess what,
Yeah.
Jake? And then all of a sudden, guess who learned how to shoot?
Yeah. Exactly.
One shot, one kill, baby. Oh man, yeah, she got him that time.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
we had a security guard that went rogue, tried to go take out this guy. Probably got paid by somebody, but he failed. And our shooter, our sniper, almost got his shot. Like it was literally like a second off. He would
Split
have.
Yeah.
second.
If there
This is
wasn't, if there
after he had
wasn't the
already
hesitation from
slit
the
in
other
throats.
guy, he would have hit that shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, and the slit throats was from the sharpened credit card, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah,
was
we didn't
walking
get to
out
talk
with
about
a
that.
credit card and just like he was sneaking up. The way he snuck up behind that first guy,
Crazy.
he was just like so quiet and quick and would just like just I mean, he was in there.
And I thought that was going to be something that happened because I think at that time they showed Bianca looking up at lights, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
but no, she can't see for shit.
I
I
think
guess.
that was
You want to
showing
know
like you
something?
can't see
You hardly
shit
see
because
that.
the lights are so bright.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
that's
maybe
why-
she's
lights like that.
maybe she's
Yeah.
farsighted, and that's why she missed.
Oh,
those.
maybe.
That's why she
You know
misses
what made
it.
me
And she's
think
been
about
covering
something
it
just
up.
now?
Yeah.
She can only
Oh,
shoot
shoot.
when somebody's 5 feet in front of her.
No, she
Yeah.
can't because Jackal was 5 feet in front of her when she was running with the AR and she missed
That's
all
true.
those shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. All right, so that happened. The shot didn't. We're still not over with this episode because something crucial happens. So the Jackal decides, all right, I'm gonna calmly walk out of here. I'm gonna walk right past um, everybody that knows what I should look like, and he walks
Mhm.
out the door.
Yeah,
But someone that does know what he looks like starts yelling for him as he's crossing the
Mhm.
street.
Poor
And what's his name
Ramses.
again? Y'all said it.
Rasmus.
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 That was the last thing Rasmus did.
Yeah, because he's screaming his name down the street. Hey, hey, where you going? He's like,
Yeah,
bro, what are you doing? Like, if you would shut up, I would just keep walking.
Yeah. Hey, we
It
gotta
was-
hook up again, man.
Like
He killed
literally,
himself.
what everyone was thinking watching that was going through the Jackal's head, like, shut up,
Shut the
turn
fuck
around,
up.
and go away, because he's letting you live. Like he could have
Yeah.
killed you.
And
He
you know
should have.
what?
That was sloppy, actually. The fact that he let him.
He was going
after
to.
seeing him.
You
That
want me
like
to tell you
that.
what? I want me to. I
That's
think
sloppy.
that I think there's a lot of symbolicness to that or whatever because Goodface. I think the Goodface got to him, and
Mhm.
that's why he was gonna let him. He's like, I think that softened him, and then I think it was one of
No,
those.
you got it backwards. It softened you.
Oh my
You've
god!
forgotten. You've forgotten that as the viewer, he is the bad guy. He's always gonna his morals
That's
are
true.
already messed up.
That's true.
But
You
a
know what I
complete-
mean?
I know.
He should
You're
he
right.
should be killing. He's killing people already.
But,
Don't
all right,
Well,
expect
and,
different.
and let's think about this for a second. So it's like if you wanted to make sure that your haughty Spanish wife and your precious little boy were going to remain insulated and safe forever, you'd kill the dude because you want to make sure that no
One-
one
Yeah.
fucking can speak to what you look like,
100%.
where you were, what you were doing.
Anyone, if that was me and that lifestyle, anyone that ever knew my face that wasn't my
Yeah.
wife and my child, you should already know. You should probably go into hiding. That would
Yeah.
just be that simple. But he was letting this guy live. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's all I'm trying to say. He was originally letting this guy live, and I don't know if it was to say that he was extremely pissed off that he didn't get this shot, and that's why he took him out like that. Like, was he releasing some steam? That's
No,
why
it's
I wanna
because,
ask
it's
you.
because,
No.
it's
I
because
think
he
that was
saw
the
him there.
easiest way
It's
to
because
do
he
it.
saw him there.
Okay.
Yeah. He could prove that he was because he was supposed to be gone, and if
I mean-
they
Oh, I know. Yeah,
question-
he would have
yeah.
connected.
How does
yeah,
that
too much.
conversation
yeah.
go after that? Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
what would it be? Like, yeah, I know the dude just almost got killed. You want to go back to your house and hang out? He'd be like,
Yeah.
what the hell are you talking about? Hey, man, you got to
Yeah.
go, bro.
So
Right now, you got to go.
So yeah, if you don't know, he did something to his neck, which I want to ask y'all. What exactly did he do?
Collapsed his
Seized him until
trachea.
it broke.
Yeah,
Okay.
he like
Pushed
yeah,
like a pressure point down really,
yeah, he,
really
like-
hard.
he crushed his trachea.
Jeez. I mean, he's a beast with everything
I
he knows
told
to
you,
do.
he's still a bad guy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, he's still
And
a bad guy. The only thing that's going to redeem him is when he goes to go kill Charles Dance at the end of this, because you know he's going to.
yeah, and then he walks off set. So that's the end of that episode. So we go into episode 8, which I really enjoyed. Episode 8. I'm gonna pull up a little bit of my notes, but episode 8 we start to really understand the connection of these flashbacks, the military flashbacks at
Yeah, we
the
get a
very
lot of
least.
background story.
Yeah.
A lot of background story military wise with him. Sorry, my notes went away. So it starts off with the flashback really that he's with his spotter. So I think that's the first thing it does is it introduces
Yeah.
us to his spotter
Yeah, and his Jackal crew.
and his Jackal crew and what they do. So they what it first tells us, and I think yeah, my memory serves me correct. It first tells us that they have a target, his spotter, who I think is a little reckless, is like, "That's the guy. Shoot him. Take him out." He says, "No, that's not him." And I think that kind of let us know that don't worry, he's gonna be patient and get his guy. I don't know if
Yeah.
that said the same thing.
Yeah,
to you,
we
Mo.
already
I
know
did
he's
say
willing to
something
sit in the
about
same
that.
spot for
Yeah,
48
yeah,
hours
yeah,
to
Exactly.
wait him
A
out.
little bit of symbolism.
yeah. So yeah, I think that tells us he's very patient. And then MI6 kind of confirmed it when they also found some evidence that was left there.
Some
Um,
urine.
yep, they found his
That's an important one. They
bottle of
get your
pee.
urine. They got
What
your
do you
DNA.
what do
Yeah.
you think that's gonna?
And that's what I said. I said my note says, "Are they able to pull DNA from piss?" That was word for word what it said.
They
I
I'm
can't.
can.
almost 100% certain that if
Yeah.
you piss in a
Yeah.
crime scene, Corey, they're gonna come knock on your door, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So later in the episode, we do find out that they do pull his prints and his DNA, and they got nothing.
They got
They got
nothing,
nothing.
but we got something as the viewers. But then we start to find out with the flashbacks what his military crew does. Anybody want to go into that? What's what's the mo with these guys?
So they basically are a squad to take out terrorists, basically like high, high paying or high ranking officers
value
in a
targets.
terrorist group.
Of Al
Value
Qaeda.
targets, yeah.
At that very time, it was Al Qaeda. So,
Yeah. Yeah, they were there to knock out those most wanted of the most wanted, and to make sure the job got done.
They literally had a board at their base with like all the faces of the targets, and they would put stickers on the ones that they take out.
He seemed to have a conscience at that time about it.
Mhm.
Did y'all get that?
Yeah.
And then
Well, and I think that was part of him wanting to make sure that he waited, because his spotter was very much just like, who cares? Like, let's just shoot the guy and let's get out of here. Like, we can
Yeah,
say we
yeah.
killed him. Who gives a shit? And
Yeah.
he was like, I think that he was also very much like no, like, I'm not here to kill people that I'm not, like, that I don't need to kill. Like, my job is to kill this person. That's what I'm going to do. That's it.
yeah, the Jackal reminds me of this fictional character named Detox. Just similarities.
Yeah.
So
I can
if
see
you
that.
don't,
His spotter more or less just seems like he wants to do his military term and get out of there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
exact thing.
Yeah.
So they go and turn up in Cyprus.
And who doesn't?
Cyprus, is that where it was?
Yep.
So they were
Yeah.
they were having their drinks, and they get approached by another handler for a rich and powerful for the elite of what country is that over there?
He was in Turkey when he
Turkey,
made one of the
yeah,
hits,
so Turkey,
so I don't
yeah.
know really where
I
the
would say
guy's
probably
from,
Turkey.
but
Yeah,
he's
I would say
probably just
Turkey.
around.
Yeah.
And I think this is where we get the
Erdogan
first.
was coming sniffing around.
Yeah, he gets. This is where we find out that the Jackal gets his first taste of contract work. Ultimately, to say,
They said
Um,
10 to 15,000 British pounds. I think they
and
said
then
at
it went up
first.
to 20.
20.
Yeah,
I said, bro,
and they
I
were
don't know
like,
how much that is,
yeah,
but that don't
yeah,
seem like that much to be killing
no.
people.
That's
Well,
not that much. That's like contract killing in the United States, man. They're
At
like,
this point, I'm
15 grand,
scared.
I'll kill whoever you
Yeah, I'm
want.
scared to
Yeah.
walk outside somebody. You offer him 15K to take me out, bro.
Yeah,
But weren't they
15K
talking
is
about how, like-
nothing. You can't even
But
buy
they
a
were
car
talking
for
about how
that.
they're getting nothing in the military is what they were
Yeah.
talking about. Like they could
Yeah.
make more money
Yeah,
back
yeah.
home, like washing dishes or something. I forget which job they said, but if they were at home,
Yeah.
they could make more money than they're actually making
Yeah.
taking out these
So
hot targets.
that hit their first one was quick and done. He was over his shoulder, shot. I mean, and the dude was he walking out the restaurant to his car and didn't make it? Pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Folded up the gun, walked away.
And they
got
show, you see the
in the
effects
car
on
and just
that
went.
hit? The
Yes.
brains on the sidewalk?
Yeah, they
That was
got-
crazy.
It's
I'm
good
glad
detail.
Lenore went to bed early that night. Yeah, they went in on that scene.
Their
and
effects
then-
are good for the kills. They use, I think they're digital, because some of it's digital, but I think they use a little bit of practical and then enhance, if I had to guess.
Something I was wondering though, who picked them up? Because they had a getaway driver.
It was the guy, like that.
Oh, it was the guy.
It was
Okay.
maybe not that guy, but he's like, hey, my guy can take care of you guys. Like whatever
Okay.
you need, we can handle it. You just do the job for us.
Okay, so they did it, first contract down, and then we find out. So then we kind of go back into the whole military side of things. We learn a little bit more about the crew. They're going to do a what is supposed to be a friendly soft grab, which man, it was bad. It was
Before
they
we
went
get too far, did you all notice after he made that first hit, when he was in the like that from that first opening scene? Did you see the bumper of his truck that he got into?
no.
Was it Jackal?
The Jackal.
said
Oh, he still
Jackal
had
on it.
Jackal. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you're talking about, like, the
Yeah,
military
it said
truck.
Jackal on it. So that's basically that's probably why he uses codename Jackal.
That's
I
gonna-
think that they were the
that's gonna get
Jackals, like, that
linked.
was the
That's gonna get linked eventually.
It's actually it's kind of crazy. I mean, I'm sure
Did
that
you
they
see
were
the
like a
other one?
black ops, so they probably didn't get
Yeah,
linked
I forget
initially.
what the
but-
other one said. What
It
did
was
the other one
Jackal
say?
and Phantom.
Phantom.
Yeah.
Okay. And I did skip one part, which wasn't too crucial, but then the guy was like, hey, if you all want to keep doing this, we have some targets. And ultimately, they were like, somebody's going to notice. And the guy mentioned that the Jackal had 3 more years and the Spotter had 6 more years. Don't think any of that was important. But
It was
said.
definitely significant when we find out later in the episode.
Oh, well, yeah, on what happened. Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
why he did what he did.
Yes.
Because
Yeah,
they
most definitely.
they needed it out.
So you're right. It was significant. I just was like, I guess I already knew what was coming. I guess. So anyway, we go back to the whole military concept of things and flashbacks, and they're going to do a soft grab on an Al Qaeda leader, which I don't know what their commanding officer thought this was going to be a soft grab.
Yeah.
You're just gonna go to an Al Qaeda hangout and be like, "Hey, we need your commander."
We're gonna borrow this guy real quick.
I
Just
think they
everybody
thought-
chill.
I think they thought because it was a wedding. I think they got intel that it was a wedding, and I don't think they wanted trouble during the
Yeah.
wedding.
Did they know it was a wedding? I didn't think they knew it was a wedding till after it all went down. That's
Either
why
way, the
Jackal
guys at
was
the
so
gate
upset.
did not want trouble when they
No.
arrived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and it pissed me off. They were cool. They were like, listen, they were talking, saying their things back and forth. And I don't think the Jackal made it happen. I think it was going to happen based off of his squad's attitude anyway. But they were having a standoff. And they were having a standoff, and the Jackal had to pop a shot at somebody that was in the background, putting sights on one of his people. I personally, I don't know, Chris, you tell me, do they have to let them shoot first or what? Or just, just.
I am not. I don't know
No.
because I've never been in one of those units, but I will
Yeah.
tell you that I don't think that you should be shooting at people unless they shoot at you. That's what we have been taught.
And that's
but
why, yeah.
but in those groups, I don't think they're gonna wait for
They
you
don't
to shoot
care, and
one
they
of their
don't
people.
care. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
They
in
don't
those
care.
groups, I don't think they're gonna.
I was just
wait
gonna
for
say,
you.
I don't think dude in the rocks was gonna get anywhere near hitting
Might not have
anybody.
hit.
He would have hit the
He
dust
definitely
for
was
sure,
sighting
but he
it.
would have ended
Yeah.
up dead. Yeah,
Yeah,
either way,
yeah.
he was dead.
Yeah, most definitely. I thought that too. So then they start sending a double mounted 50 cal through the brick walls into the wedding
Yeah.
ceremony.
But
and it
we
was-
figure out like why did that happen though? It happened because he took the shot, and then the
Yeah.
guy.
Right,
It was
yes.
a silent shot,
Well-
but it only happened because the guy fell back and his gun
Right.
went off.
Yeah,
So here's the
not
thing with
like-
like, I mean, yeah, I think part of this is like, first off, obviously this is a fictionalized unit, so I mean, it's like their rules are gonna be whatever
Yeah.
the writers say the rules are. But I know from knowing, like Marines, for example, that served in Iraq and Afghanistan, they were talking about how the first tour that they went into when they did Fallujah, where like fighting was like really heavy. That was hard, but their rules of engagement were is like you can tell, like, if you think you're running into a civilian and you tell them to stop driving at you or doing something and they don't, you could drive through buildings with your
Oh
MRAPs.
yeah, I think war was different back then. Like the rules were a little bit more lenient.
Yeah,
Rules of engagement.
but like Tor 2 or Tor 3 or Tor 4, then they were like, no, you got to be like discreet, careful, unless they're shooting at you and you have confirmed targets, you can't do anything. But
they got to a point where you can't even walk on a base with bullets in your gun.
Yeah.
Damn.
But it's like, and they had Jamba Juice on base too, because you were in like a green zone or whatever, and that's what it was about. But it's like but I think a unit like that, I don't think they have to wait. I think that they basically have their mandate, and it's like, if you think in order to grab this guy that you got to blow the bride away, fucking do it.
Well, on that note, I think even with regulations of everything, I think they would still want to, but I think we find out about this squad on why they probably wouldn't. And we'll get into that here very soon.
Yeah,
I think
they were saying, like, I don't know if it was the spotter or the Jackal himself, but they were saying, like, there he goes again. Like, he was basically saying, like, that dude is trigger happy and he's just gonna shoot at everything.
Yeah, they knew what was
chance he gets.
They knew it was coming, and so the wedding gets completely destroyed. A lot of
it's a massacre.
A massacre. I want to say innocent lives. We're taking on a day
children,
like that.
I think we're in there as well.
So then they decided to we'll just
cover
it up.
A war crime.
Yep, and we'll cover it up and say they shot at us first. They're still shooting.
Yeah.
So they marked the area, drove off, and airstrike cleaned up the mess. Is ultimately what happened.
Yeah, and you notice that that's basically how he operates on every hit he does, is that he kills his target. I mean, obviously he doesn't kill other people if he doesn't have to, but he does it. He does kill other people all the time, but he always blows up or burns the car, the crime scene, whatever. Like he does that all the time.
Except this last hit.
That's true.
He left his evidence behind. He left his gun behind. He left everything behind. He just got out.
Ooh, I wonder if they're gonna find Ramses outside and like find any DNA evidence off of his body or something, like fingernails or something. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Ooh.
But he doesn't
put a rape kit on him.
DNA, even if he pulls DNA, they don't have anything. They literally talk about this in the episode where they said, "Hey, we have DNA and we have fingerprints, but there's nothing to show for it."
Yeah, but no, now if you got a body, with the fingerprints, if you can match the fingerprints to the person, now you definitely got them.
Yeah.
So,
question though, real quick for all you all, if you knew that your DNA could be tracked by your urine and you had to leave, would you?
I'm taking my piss with me or drinking it or something. I'm not getting caught, bro.
Would you chug your urine if you had to?
I'm not getting caught. I'm not getting caught. I'm gonna pour it on myself. I'm gonna drink it or something, bro. I'm gonna put it in my pocket. I'm not leaving it behind. That's for damn sure.
If anybody asks, they're like, "Why do you smell like piss?" As you're leaving, you're like, when that shooter happened, I peed myself. I peed myself everywhere. I was in the toilet. I'm
still pissing. Leave me alone.
Yeah, with everything I've had to do up until this point, I agree with y'all.
Fuck.
Drinking my own piss.
One thing that was skipped that I had in my notes was the wheel spin. And now that we talked about that, I mean, what did y'all take from the wheel spin, which was pretty funny locker room banter with those two? He spun the wheel and it landed on arm, and like Anna called out, she's like, "Oh, so they can shoot him in the arm or something like that."
That's what I thought. So I thought that because it was a soft grab and they know that they're not going to kill him, they have different targets or different body parts that they can use to disarm or disable a person, is what I think. And they said, "Oh, it's gonna be an arm shot. Wonder what it's gonna be like to live your life without your right arm." On the way out the door. I think that's what that was for. Just
that's
dark sense of humor. I guess you got to have that job.
They threw it in a little bit.
Well, see, that also goes into like these guys. They have serious jobs, but sometimes they don't take it seriously. And that's why they have these slip-ups and why they just completely massacred the whole thing instead of kept real clean.
Oh, no, Court. This job, no, sir. That job is just like any other job. You got shitty doctors just like you got shitty baggers at Kroger, just like you got shitty soldiers in the army.
But when you think about it, coming as a civilian, you're like, hey, this is supposed to be a clean cut job, like no horseplay, no
Don't
bullshit.
work that
Like
way, brother.
I know,
Yeah.
understand that, but as a
Look at
civilian, that's
Boeing.
what you think.
Yeah.
Don't live your life that way. I'm telling you, you're gonna scare the shit out of you. You're gonna get on a plane. You're gonna be like, "What the hell, Boeing? Why are the wings falling off?" I'm telling you.
Oh man.
So yeah, so that's true. And then before we get back into our caught up universe, our present
I
universe.
got a little thing because I only took notes on the first end of it.
Well, hold on. If we're
Um,
still talking about the wedding part, I want to talk about the
okay,
Jackal's reaction.
yeah, let's go.
The Jackal
Oh yeah,
was not happy about it.
No,
He or not. I wouldn't say not happy, but yeah, he was not happy.
he was
he was
visibly
disappointed,
upset.
Yeah,
very
he was really
disappointed.
upset. He was like that just, and I think the spotter was too, but
They're like,
kind of getting immune
I,
to it.
yeah, he's
I
like,
think that he was
it was
more
a
upset that
wedding.
his buddy was upset.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
he does fuck with
Yeah,
the Jackal
Yeah.
hard. And so yeah, I just wanted to touch on that, and then Corey, take it away with.
So this is a different scene, but I think it happened early on. It was when UDC came back to his mansion, and they were very upset that.
Mm-hmm.
Are we ready to go into this
Yeah. No,
next
you
scene?
go in there because that happened. That
Yeah,
happened pretty
that had
early
already
in the.
happened. Yeah.
So
yeah.
they're basically like talking with the head of security, and they're like, "How did this guy get into security? Like he should have never been here. He was a radical
Yep.
extremist, and
Yeah.
As they always are. They're on the
they're
internet.
basically saying like, oh, he used different aliases and was able to get in and do this. But anyway, back to my little theory. That's why I put a note on this. Um, UDC himself says, I'm worried about people in my own house because they're worried about where the Jackal is.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm worried about people within my own house. I'm not worried about the Jackal right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that I don't know if that was a little bit of foreshadowing on my theory. I'm sticking to that theory right now. We'll see how it goes.
And did you
About the
also
partner.
notice that the partner always wears that red baseball cap? And to me, I don't know, that's a little
I did
suspicious
not
whenever
notice
people
that.
wear that red baseball cap all the time. I don't know, man.
Like a
That's kind of like a
symbolism?
flag to say, "Hey, I'm the one that needs to get away."
Yeah,
yeah,
like
they
red
have-
flag. That's a red
symbolism kinda.
flag.
Yep,
like,
red flag. There you go.
Like
Okay.
anybody who wears a red
Blatant.
baseball cap all the time. I don't know.
I just had a
Oh,
theory.
blatant
I
red
just
flag.
I just had a theory pop up in my mind because I just keep having this intuition that UDC doesn't die, but I also know the Jackal completes his missions, and
Hey,
I'm kind of curious if UDC finds out that someone in his house and says, "All right, I'll double your payment.
Mhm.
Take him out."
or maybe
the
he'll pay the
and-
Jackal to be like to not kill people. He's like, bro, I'll just pay you to be my bodyguard.
Yeah,
Some-
clean up the mess.
Season 2,
so
baby.
so it was very convenient.
Track the
that
money. Find out where the
Yeah.
money's going to. Jackal cleans it up.
all the white people, all the old white
Oh,
men.
oh, dead.
There was not one ethnically represented billionaire who is in that part of that cabal.
And guess who it is? Tywin Lannister at the top of it again.
Yeah, and he always pays his
maybe
debts.
they'll kill him on a shitter.
Man.
Hell, that wouldn't that be crazy if they do? Boy, if they kill him on his shitter with a crossbow, I'd die laughing, bro.
And honestly, in order to make like your main character still, like that's what has to happen. Like he has to either on principle like decide to go.
I just
back
got
on
this
what
feeling
he's doing,
UDC
or-
doesn't get the bullet.
I'm
I
But I
think
don't.
you're right.
But I
feel
don't know
that.
how it. I don't know how it's
Yeah,
gonna
I have
unfold.
no clue, but I don't think he dies.
Yeah.
No, I don't think
I'm
he dies
sticking to
either.
that, too.
I think your theory is really good actually, and I think that was all set in motion. The second that there was that second shooter and the Jackal didn't have to make the choice to pull the, because he was going to do it. Obviously, it wasn't a choice. But from the writers' room perspective, you have to go. We still want this guy to be like, because they've painted UDC as like a good actor.
Yes.
Like, he's
So
not
and a good person.
bad.
So the wife is demanding that he comes home. So I'm
Yeah.
saying he comes home. He sneaks off, goes back to his cafe. He has a new message from UDC, and he like, I don't know who you are, but I know you're supposed to kill me. So let me double it if you kill who's trying to kill me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
real quick though, like you said, he could have shot him, right? So
Yeah.
back to the shot. I know this is in the last episode, but you see after he hits the glass with his first shot, trying to hit him, he still has sights on him as he's being covered. Do you remember what did we say? He had 2 shots left in that gun for the barrel to
Yeah, it was about
be
to. Yeah, it
bad.
was 2. Yep.
So do you think that he just held back because he knew that like if he couldn't get another shot off?
I thought about that, Corey, and this is remember when I said remind me about that later, Trey? This is what I was talking
Yeah.
about.
Okay.
I think it goes back to like shooter's fatigue. Remember, he just sat in a place for 48 hours, right? And then he only ate peanuts and drank water. He's pissing in a cup,
Mm-hmm.
and now you got to focus to take a shot. Bro,
What's
stress
yeah.
shooting is hard.
Yeah,
You ever shot
and
after you
he's
ran like
shooting
100
he's
meters?
shooting down too,
Yeah.
which is
Bro,
I think it just wasn't a clean shot, and he likes
yeah,
to.
it's,
I
he's
think
a
he likes
stressful
to be
situation.
clean.
It's a stress shot.
yeah,
Yeah.
because what's the point of getting that shot off if now you don't have the energy or what the capacity
And
to
they
get,
would
get
know where
away.
the shot came from at
Yeah.
that point.
Well, they
more
did
than
know where the
likely.
shot came
Mhm.
from because
Yeah.
she immediately said the second shot came from up above.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know,
She
if
did,
he
yeah.
had just shot her, a lot of his problems would have
Oh
went
my
away.
goodness.
That's actually true. That's actually very true, and why that he could have done. That
And
he
so
could have gotten
the
that shot off.
next scene that I really want to talk back, we go back to our present universe, and Bianca wants to go express her sorries to the man that she's killed, his brother.
What's his name?
Uh,
Lenny or something?
I
Norman.
can't remember Norman.
Or,
Norman,
yeah,
Norman,
no,
Norman.
Leonard.
Norman?
Leonard and Norman.
Leonard
So
and
yeah, it
Norman.
was
Yeah.
Leonard. Yeah. Yeah.
Got his wife killed, which by his own hands, but
And his
killed his
daughter.
daughter and his
Yeah.
brother. And they share some words, and he pretty much reminds her that she's as effed up as him and as evil, so don't get it twisted. And at that moment, I thought he was gonna get her. I told
That's
Anna,
what I was
I
gonna
was
say. Do you
like,
think it was gonna be him or her?
well,
I thought I
I
was
told
like,
Anna I at least expected half her face to be hanging off or
I
something.
thought for him to get, I thought that he was gonna ask her a question, and based off of her response, like
Mhm.
if she pissed him off,
Yeah,
it was over for her.
yeah.
But
That's what
no,
she should have got a scratch. She should have got torn up. Yeah, something.
he should at
But
least got her slice, 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 and then went yeah,
I mean,
just real
for
quick.
his own family's sake. But nah, he just took himself out. He cut his throat, and
He had nothing left to live for.
he had nothing. Then that's
That's the
more
whole
reason.
reason to
man.
take her
Yeah.
out too.
But at the
You gotta
same
live for
time-
vengeance sometimes, dude. You
At
just
the
you
same
go for
time,
vengeance.
that hurts her more because he had still a little bit of what
Corey,
she
she's
at
gonna
least
go
thought
home and
was
go to sleep
knowledge,
just
right?
fine. Trust
Yeah,
me, she
yeah,
don't give a rat's ass.
yeah. I still hate. No matter what they're trying to do, I still don't like her character. So
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
she's
either.
supposed to be the villain, the good villain, and the bad
yeah,
good
exactly.
guy.
So what made me laugh on that part was they briefly showed the guard outside the door, his old ass, and I was like,
Yeah,
he needs to just retire. He was like, oh, what's happening?
what's
Like,
going on in there?
yeah, like oh my god,
Picks his newspaper back up. He's like,
yeah,
"These crazy kids."
right. So that happened. She's walking out, and she just seems like she's just I don't even know what to take from it, but she's
She's
not
shell
just
shocked
she's shell
because
shocked. Yeah,
everybody keeps dying in front of her. At which
yeah,
point, like she talks to her new partner, which is the guy that she's had a history with,
yeah, yeah,
Definitely had
and she's trying
relations
to
with.
focus. She's trying to like digest what just happened, and he's like,
he's
"Focus,
taking a
you
moment. Yeah, yeah.
focus. You got to get back on track." And she's like, "I literally still have blood on my hands." She's trying to wash her hands, and he's stopping her. I
See,
think
Yeah.
that's
this
a
guy's got
significant
some. He's
thing.
got
Like
some alternate motives,
literally,
bro. He's a weird dude.
she has blood on her hands. All those lives are from her,
Yep.
like in
Well,
one way or another.
I think that guy is like more of like an actual like she was more of like the even though she's like a gun expert and obviously capable in the field, I think that she moved on to more of like the Jack Ryan like analyst, like I'm the gun expert kind of role, and then that
Mhm.
guy kept on the life of like doing wet work and like security and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think for him and her, I think that he's basically representative of the path that she could have taken. So when she not lost, but you know, like when she's kind of broken up with like the husband and lost her kid, that was her kind of moving more towards a normal life and like the intellectual academic side of like analysis and stuff like that. And now she's kind of going back into, he's like, no, keep the blood on your hands. Just get used to it because that's what we do. That's just what it is.
Yeah, it
And
is
so
kind
Part
I
of
think
the job.
yeah, you could call him like a bad guy, but it's like he's kind of necessary in this world. And I think that so is she to a point, and she has two sides, whereas that's just all he is.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true. I feel
They
that.
foreshadowed that actually real
Yeah,
quick on that one
they did. No, it was
when
quick.
yeah, with there's a scene after he comes to the first time Leonard tried to kill her. And he shows up on the scene, and then they go and have drinks afterwards. He's like, "Come on, let's have cocktails and shots and like get drunk." And she's like, "Oh no, I gotta go home to my kid or whatever." And so, I think it was almost foreshadowed of that idea of like drag you back into that lifestyle.
Yeah, we all got those friends, but
Sorry, Trey, I don't know
yeah,
why
yeah.
you talk to me.
We got a couple of them.
Yeah, but so then we kind of intertwine things now because now we're about to find out how the Jackal. First of all, I can't really put it together, but we do kind of get clarity that he is the guy. Oh, they were saying
Alex
his name.
Dunnigan.
Yep, they were saying his name. That's what it was.
Mhm.
We're like, oh, it's true. He really is the guy that survived this explosion. But how did he do it?
Duggar.
And then what we find
Duggar.
out is, which I saw coming once we saw how he didn't like his squad. He pretty much set them up and had them get blown up by.
To smithereens.
So what did he do? He already,
Did
I
you
guess,
see? Did you see what he did?
he flicked on the
as he was
transmitter.
walking away. No, as he was walking away, there was like a radio box or something
Yeah.
like that. Did you see that? He like touched something on there.
Yeah, that was the
turned it on.
Flip
receiver
the
to it.
switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was he played into that, which I didn't understand why he had to play into it that much.
Because they wouldn't have believed him. They'd have been like, "Yo,
But
what's
shit,
going on?"
they yeah, I mean, so
And
yeah.
Did you notice he pulled his spotter away with him. He made sure he came with them because he didn't want him to be a part of that.
Yep.
He wanted to just take
And
out.
that's when I knew. I was like, oh, here it comes.
Yep.
Here it comes.
Boom.
Entanglements, you can't
shakalaka.
have them.
So it blew him
But
up, and that was that. That told us a lot there. And then
But obviously, the spotter had no clue of what was going on.
No
'cause you
clue,
saw
yeah.
He was
he had
he
no
was
idea.
like looking to see what happened. Where'd that come from?
No, he went and grabbed his gun and
He
gave
went-
him his gun. He was like,
That's-
"Bro, what's going on?"
and that's where I was like, he's really stupid. he's a good spotter. He can definitely calculate some mileage and whatnot, but he's
Bro,
stupid.
I don't think he's stupid. I don't think he's stupid. I think he was scared. I mean, think about it. If you got a group of 10 people that you're always with, 10 to 12 people you're always with, and
Yeah.
fucking 8 to 10 of them just got blown up, and it's just you and the homie that you're always with, you don't know what's going on, but he don't have his gun, and you're like, "Bro, we might be getting blown up. Get your
And
gun.
Yeah.
Cover
you're
me."
already on edge that you're about to.
That's
You're
what I'm
thinking
saying.
you're about to get blown up with the IED. Like
Only
Mhm.
person that you trust is right there with you. Only other person that's
Yeah.
alive, bro.
and he's just walking and grabbing his gun and walking away.
yeah,
And that was the end of episode 8, and that's why episode
Good
9 is
shit.
going to be very interesting to watch.
Some good shit.
I hope they don't pretty much end the season in this episode. I doubt they do. They've been doing really good, but
Aren't there 2 more episodes
there's
left?
2 more
Yes.
episodes. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying where they just kind of wrap everything
make it
up. You
the
know,
last episode like a fluffer episode.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see.
Don't end it like Horizon and American Saga, where the last episode is just 2 minutes of previewing
exactly.
the next season.
That's
and
what
showing you who he kills.
That's what I think. I have a feeling that's what most TV shows do. They line up the next season with the last one. So all right, so that's the end of that. And
Do we have time
we're
to
now
finish the
caught up.
game? Did you finish it?
Yeah. That's what I was about to pull up. So we
Let's
got.
go. I need to redeem myself.
Yeah.
Same.
I don't think this one's gonna be too hard. This one's gonna be fun. But we'll just do it as
Hey, I
Yeah.
don't have anything to write with. I noticed that last round, guys.
we're just gonna do
Not that it mattered. I didn't know any of them anyway.
when you know
Chris, cut your finger, use your blood. if
When
need
you
Hey,
to.
know-
kiss my ass.
when you know what it is, just be quiet. And then when everybody's quiet, we'll throw answer out there because these aren't gonna be hard. These are just for fun because they're all so obvious. But all right,
Are
here we
they?
go. Yep.
I mean, apparently not.
Hey, are these themes?
Oh yeah, do we have a theme?
Yeah, but I ain't telling y'all.
Okay, you don't tell
Oh,
us.
I-
okay.
the
I'll
only
figure it
thing the only thing I can tell y'all is it is game time. So let's get into it. We break it back into our game, and this one is the games is guess the film or the actor. The last one we just did was the log line as the
Y'all are
hint.
better at this one
This
than I
one
am.
is going to be with pictures as clues. We're not doing the emoji one this time because that takes some thought, and I didn't have enough time to do that.
Is this first to answer? Or is this
Yeah, just as soon as if you
all
have
right?
an answer, just don't even say nothing. Just hold it, and then
All right.
we'll see who's
Oh,
right.
so we
All right.
hold. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
hold.
yeah. Just hold your answer. Don't give it away to anybody. All right, so here we go. And name
Whose ashy
this
ass hands is that?
name this movie.
I got it.
Or
Oh, I know what that is. Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it, baby. I got that. I got that one.
there can be a wrong answer.
I've
What's
got
the
a guess
time limit
here,
on this,
but
man? Come on.
I don't know. I hope I got it.
All right, because the next one reveals
I
it.
got it.
That's why.
I got it. I already know it.
Go on, say. Go on, Chris. You go first.
Say it,
You already
man.
said.
Nobody else knows it. It's Bad Santa. That's Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
Billy
Okay.
Bob
Oh.
Thornton, and then the short dude.
All
I don't
right.
remember his name. Sorry.
And
sir.
sorry. So
You,
Jake,
you're
did
right
you
about
have that? Did you have that
No,
too?
I
Okay.
did not. I was like a Medea Christmas.
Let me get these points going. But let me
No,
scroll
you're
down.
Right, though. You're right. You're right.
So
What's going
I
on?
forgot Bernie Mac was in that movie. That's
and
I
that is
think
the
yeah,
main
but I
reason
knew
I
it was Bad
wanted to
Santa.
do this one because I was like, man, I gotta have Bernie Mac on there. I want to say Bernie Mac to me in
Dollar
my
bill.
lifetime, the funniest person to step on a movie set as
Might
an
be.
actor.
You
It
know
might
one
be.
movie that I really like him in?
Tell
Forget
me
the
anybody
name
else.
of it. It was the one with Ashton Kutcher and
Yeah,
Guess who?
like the
Guess who, yeah.
father-in-law.
Guess
Yeah.
who? Which was
Oh, yeah.
And
which
Zoe
was a reverse
Saldana.
remake of
Now,
of a
I
Lawrence
will
of
say this,
Arabia.
Chris. I had to
No,
think
Sidney
about
Poitier.
it because I used to think Bernie Mac was the king of kings of comedy. Like he's funny, man. I love Bernie
King of
Mac.
Oh, I think he was
But
the best out of the original Kings of Comedy.
yeah, like he's a funny dude. But somebody didn't get justice while they were alive, and I had to watch some of his old stuff like way years ago, and it would put me on him. I was like, wow, he is funny as hell. So, but he wasn't much of an actor, I don't think. But Richard Pryor, stand
What?
up.
Oh,
Are you
Richard
tripping?
Pryor's a legend, dude.
You need
He's
to
a
clip that out.
legend.
Clip it out. Clip it out. You
Yeah.
never said that. Clip it
You're
out.
embarrassing yourself
Wait,
right now.
no.
Trey.
I'm
Clip it
saying
out.
no. I'm saying he is probably the funniest person
He
ever.
gets his roses. That's what I'm telling you. Everybody
Yeah.
recognizes
He's
him as the
saying-
best
and-
stand-up
He's saying you
artist
need
to
to
ever
clip
live.
it out because you're embarrassing yourself.
Richard-
by
No,
saying
Richard-
that.
no. But I'm saying he is. Like I'm saying, I kind of forgot about that because.
Okay. I got
Yeah,
you. Yeah,
that's what I'm
he was
saying.
on
Like,
Vegas and the Sunset
yeah.
Strip was crazy.
I
Yeah,
think
he's-
from a comedy standpoint, you've got Richard Pryor and George Carlin, and like those are like the two like center of the universe comics. But like Richard Pryor and like a lot of his Gene Wilder team ups were
Yes,
like
yes,
that was
man.
where it was at, man. I mean,
Okay.
obviously
Hell
Fredo was
yeah.
Raging Bull, but like they had a lot of team ups together where they did a couple of like funny.
How many times have I brought up Harlem Nights, bro?
And
One of
Harlem-
my
yeah,
favorites,
Harlem
bro.
No,
Favorite movies.
I was like Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
Man, he was funny.
Okay, but I hear what you're saying. You
Yeah,
had
yeah.
kind of forgotten about Richard Pryor for a minute
because
and
I was just thinking
you were
so much
kinda-
on
yeah.
like film and in my
Yeah.
I'm
You know,
sorry, I took that
because
completely
Richard Pryor
wrong.
was
Trey.
not our.
No, I
Richard
respect
Pryor
it.
was
I
not
respect
our-
it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying,
Okay,
yeah,
so-
Richard Pryor was. I had to go back to.
Yeah, that was before us, basically. That was before us.
Oh yeah, he's definitely on my
'Cause
Mount Rushmore.
When
He's
did
hurt.
Richard Pryor die? He died a little
Recently,
bit.
bro. He
Yeah,
died in like
was it really?
2000.
I mean, we were
something like that.
young.
No way. Okay.
We were
Oh,
young,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
we were
No, he
young.
died in like 2000 something, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
That's,
Okay.
Like
that could have been
2012.
24 years ago.
Shut up!
Corey, get out. Get out. I wanna hear
Yo,
that.
I'm wrong. It was 2005, so we were in high school.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. I knew it was like high school, some of that. All right,
Yeah, I
so
was freshman year.
Y'all were
going into the next one.
With your old ass. How old are you, Jake?
old ass.
Are you
Can y'all
younger than me?
Can y'all see that?
No, I'm
I'll
older
blow it
than you.
up.
Really?
I'll
I'm
blow it
older
up.
than
My
you.
bad.
I'm just joking. Let me see.
I'm 39.
Hey, that's my lucky number.
Hey,
What is
Guess
it?
this
Oh.
movie.
what the hell?
Can you zoom in some more?
Yeah,
What
can
the
you zoom in a
fuck?
little bit more? I'm trying to look at that.
What is
like,
this?
that-
Harry
is that
Potter?
a
What is it?
butt?
Oh, it is. I know what it is. I know what scene it is.
Going to.
You ready?
Hold on.
You ready?
Go on. Yeah, Chris is
Come on.
beat you up to it. What was it?
It's Home Alone when he's walking home in the bags bus. Let's go. Let's go.
Dude, I was so confused by that. I was like, am I looking at like
I was
someone's
going
like
with Home
skinny
Alone.
button jeans and it's
Chris
like
is making a
picture?
comeback. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the only thing I could take from this image to not give it away. I was like,
Can you scroll back up so I can see if my brain will understand this?
It's
My
because it
brain
looks
is
like
not understanding this.
Yo,
Oh,
to
I see
me-
it now. I see it.
Yeah.
I
yo,
see it
to me,
now.
it looks
Okay, I
like
get
a giant. It looks like those legs
Yeah.
belong to a giant, and that shit in the back is like a skyscraper in the back foreground.
I thought I was
shit.
looking at like steam and like a car on
Clouds
fire
or some
driving
shit.
and like
Yeah.
I thought that was like a cowboy in like jeans.
No,
with his, like,
into the
flat
Jackass movie.
I was like, what is this? I was like, my brain was
Now-
not comprehending that.
this next one, y'all get the theme, right?
Yeah, Christmas for sure.
Oh, okay, good. Y'all good. Y'all good at
That's
that.
a
So,
weird theme.
so we're doing Christmas for this one.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna give a hint. I'll save for last one, but I doubt you all get this next one.
Okay.
Doubt y'all
Yeah,
get this next
maybe.
I got it.
Oh. You have that?
Yep.
one. Go on, Chris.
Dude.
That is the Santa Claus. That's Tim Allen. When the girls, he's got a line of kids waiting for him to sit on his lap.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You are right.
He's
You're
a
100%
Christmas guy.
right. Dude.
Yeah, bro. I love
So-
Christmas movies, homie.
This is my Santa, man. This is the
Yeah,
Santa
I
Claus
love
I
the
grew
Santa.
up
Yeah.
grew up on.
Did anybody want you know when he's in his like business meeting and he keeps ordering desserts and he's just like eating like the Sunday
Like this
I want that Sunday.
This was when he was
Yo.
becoming Santa Claus, so he had to
Yeah.
pick up the weight and all this. That was
Yeah.
great.
And she's
go.
like, "Are you Santa?" And he's like, "No."
Nah, that's classic for me.
That's
Yeah.
good.
All right, so then
She
we
said,
end
I
that
want
one.
some ballerina slippers.
And we got one more game that I don't think Jake has ever done, but this will wrap it up. I did have
What do I
last
do?
image there. So the last one that we're doing that we're going to wrap this up about.
Corey, you better dominate
Yes.
this because so far I dominated one, Chris
Yeah.
dominated one. So Corey,
I'm
you've
not
got
gonna
This, well,
Boring.
this one, y'all definitely got to work together. We'll say this
Okay.
is a
Jake did
work
one.
together.
If it's the top 5 one,
It is.
yeah, Jake did it once.
Oh, Jake did.
Let's go,
Oh,
let's go.
okay. Okay,
What was-
so
I
this
don't
one
remember.
is
Just remind me.
so I have a list of top 10 Leonardo DiCaprio movies up.
Let's go.
And
okay, I can do that.
we're gonna do the top 5. I think that's just easiest to do the top 5, especially with
All
him.
right.
Now,
I got my first pick.
I asked
got mine
Anna
too.
to give me
Yeah.
an actress to do, and she gave a great actress, but I guess they don't make top 10 lists for a lot of female actors. We might have to start making our own because
Dang.
she
Who did she say?
Kristen
Kristen
Jennifer.
Bell.
no, she was the
Stewart.
girl. No,
Kristen.
it's not an I, it's with a Y. Kristen Ritter.
Oh, Kristen. Oh, yeah, Kristen Ritter. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and she's had some movies that are popular. She might not have been popular in them, I guess.
I
but
know
like,
more of her TV shows than her movies.
TV show. I would say, yeah,
Yeah.
it was TV. A lot of TV. shows.
Yeah, she was
Um,
Jennifer Jones and
yep.
Jessica Jones. I mean,
Jessica
Oh yeah,
Jones,
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so
The
we
Dean
are
Collins
looking
Breaking
at
Bad.
Leonardo DiCaprio movies, and I'm gonna add. You all get to pick. Are you doing
Chris gets to
IMDb?
pick first. because
Well,
he
Jake
killed
and
the
Chris,
game.
they tied because Jake got all
Okay.
3 points in the last one, and then Chris made a comeback.
Well, I think
So-
we have to say this then. I think I'm going to defer to let Corey choose because then we can.
I
kinda
take that.
randomize
I
it.
vote second.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What have we been doing? We've been doing IMDb, right?
Yep. So it's either based off IMDb rating or popularity. Which one do you want?
What have
Let's
we
go
been
off
doing?
what's popularity? Who
I think
watched
popularity.
more, or in rating is who
Yeah, how do we-
I
rated
would
it more?
say popularity
that
is like,
different.
Let's go popularity. Probably off
Pop-
views, I'd say.
yeah, I would say off of like, yeah, it looks like views. Yeah.
Okay, I think we can
Yeah.
get that. I think we can figure
Alright.
that out.
Because rating, that's subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All
so
right,
You have to say
so-
the first pick.
Top 5. Yep, we're going for it.
Let's go,
The
Corey.
Revenant.
The Revenant.
I don't even think that's in the top,
No,
bro.
for views, man. Titanic, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Revenant did not make. Revenant
Not even
was
up there.
Revenant
But
was in the
that's-
top 5 for rating though,
Oh, okay.
obviously,
top 10
for views.
because it's
Yeah.
the only one that he won a
Yeah.
award for.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I
Good
said
guess,
that.
Corey. I guess.
But
My
I
bad.
love that movie.
Me too.
I
That's why I don't know why it wasn't up there.
so it wasn't even top 5. Sorry,
That's not
Sorry.
even top 10.
It is top 10. Yeah,
Oh,
but it's
okay.
not top 5. Yeah.
All right, who's up?
Well, shit.
Yep. Who's Jake? You up?
Well, he already said Titanic.
Titanic.
Oh, Titanic. That is
Yeah.
number 2.
All right, I'm going Wolf of Wall Street.
Number
Mm.
one.
Let's
Wolf,
go,
Wolf of Wall
Yeah,
baby.
Street.
yeah, yeah.
Let's
Nice,
go.
nice.
Oh.
All
So
right,
so we
is it back
got
to
Wolf of
Corey?
Wall Street,
What?
Titanic.
I thought Titanic was gonna take that.
Can I just
Yeah.
guess now, or are we still
No,
going in order?
I got
Yeah, I
it.
can do
I got
whatever.
one. It's the one with the
Inception.
not just that's it.
Inception is
That's what I was
number
going for.
4. So number 3 and number 5 are still on board for top
Catch me if you
5.
can.
Catch Me If You Can is probably it's not on here, but it is probably one of my favorite Leonardo
Django
DiCaprio.
Unchained.
Oh, good guess, Jake. I forgot about that one. Good guess.
So
I got a funny one.
I didn't know that Django Unchained was like, so it's not in the top 5. I'm gonna go with
What?
of views. I know it blew my mind. I'm like,
Yeah.
but I didn't know it was rated so high as far as just rating and
Oh, it's
quality and
up there,
stuff.
Oh,
bro.
yeah,
It's one of the
absolutely.
best
Number
movies ever
2.
made, bro. It's up
Yeah.
there. Let me see.
Well,
Hold
well
on,
for
bro.
Leonardo DiCaprio,
got
but
one.
yeah.
The Great
I love-
Gatsby.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Damn.
I'm gonna go. What's eating Gilbert Grape?
I was gonna say that just to be funny, but I
So
don't think it's
there's
up there.
number 5 when y'all get it, y'all gonna be disappointed in yourself. But number 4, I think that's an oddball. I wouldn't have
I
thought
got
it
an
would
oddball.
be.
Okay, I got it.
Oh, The Departed.
Departed is number 5.
Let's
That's
go.
a good
All
one.
right.
That's a
Okay,
good
so
one.
number
Yeah,
four
well
is
done.
in
Well
there.
done.
Yeah.
Right.
So right now you have number 1 Wall Street, number 2 Titanic, number
You ready
3
for
you don't
number four?
have, number 4 is Inception, and then
Oh,
number
number
5
3 you don't
is
have.
is Departed.
So number 3 is the oddball.
Gangs
right?
of New York.
That actually I love. They need
Good
a remake.
guess.
I
Okay.
love Gangs of New York.
Here we go.
I
That was
love
an
that
This one
amazing
is-
cast
this
and a
one is
good movie,
wild.
but he was bad in that. I'm sorry.
Shutter
don't care.
Island.
His accent sucked.
Shutter
And Cameron
Island
Diaz
is
was
not top
terrible.
5. Shutter Island is number 8. It looks like.
I watch a lot of
Um,
discreet
I feel like I
Leo
know what it
movies.
is, Trey. I feel like it's a movie where he was a kid.
Romeo.
No.
Like he
and
was
Juliet.
young. He was
Nope.
younger.
I'll give you a hint. He was an adult, and it shocks me that this would be the most. But remember, most viewed. What is everybody's
Kids
gonna watch
movies.
it?
Is
It's gonna
the,
watch it. It's
is
not
it
a
the one
kids
that's on
movie.
Netflix? The one that about the end of the world or whatever?
It starts off like a kids movie. Like not it starts off. It's titled like a kids movie. I know it.
Don't Look Up.
That's what I
Nope.
was saying. Don't look up. That's what I was going for.
It's
All right. So
titled
when
like a
when you
kid's
go
movie.
to when you go to start reading a book to your daughter, how does it start? How does the
Once
story
Upon a
Once
start?
upon a time in Hollywood.
Yep. Once
Oh
upon a
my
time in
gosh.
Hollywood is
How did
number
we do
3.
that? How did we not
Yeah.
get that one?
Damn.
God, we're so dumb.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, but I was still I'm like
You haven't
What?
seen Once Upon a Time in
Good
Hollywood?
movie.
that's
Good movie.
with Brad Pitt, right?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So okay, I've watched bits and pieces. I haven't watched it
It's the
in its
meme.
entirety.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've seen bits and pieces of it. I need to watch more.
What
But
am
yeah,
I missing here?
no, you got them all. You
No,
got
that's
number
it.
Was that
one.
them all?
Yep, number
Yeah,
1,
that's
Wolf
it.
of Wall Street, Titanic, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Inception, and then number 5 is
Oh.
The Departed.
Are we about to
Then
head out?
just
I
yep,
gotta
right head
say
out. I'm
something.
just gonna tell y'all the follow up, the rest of them. So then you got Django at number 6, right outside of that. Catch Me If You Can is number 7. Shutter Island
Great
is
one. I love
8.
that one.
We guessed all the 3 of those.
Revenant is number 9, and then The Great Gatsby is.
We
sitting
got
at
all
10.
10. We got top 10, baby.
Y'all
Let's
got top
go.
10 though, yeah.
So
I
the
got the-
beach,
I got the
the beach
not
didn't show
top
off on
five.
there.
No. Hey Trey,
Yeah.
did you watch this is just a sidebar. Did anybody watch the Jamie Foxx stand up?
I'm going to, but no,
Go
I
haven't
watch
seen
it.
the
Make sure
stand-up,
you
but I
got
saw the
some. Make
clip.
sure you got
How
some
long-
tissues
how long is
nearby,
it?
boy.
How long is it?
Yeah.
It's not long, like an hour.
Okay, cool.
I didn't
maybe
even know
less.
he did a stand up.
It's
I saw
very
a couple
good,
clips.
man.
He talks
Very
about
good.
he talks about what happened to him.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. That's
Yeah.
literally the only thing it's about. But make sure
Mhm.
it got some tissues next, man. It's a tearjerker. It's good.
check
Damn,
it
I don't
out.
know if I
What's it on?
It's on Netflix.
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 Yeah, it just
If it's a stand up special, it's always on Netflix.
Yeah, it was very, very beautifully done, guys. It was really good. If you haven't watched it, go watch it.
Yeah, I'm
Cool.
gonna check that out. I'm probably gonna go watch the Jackal because I'm curious about it. I really am.
Yeah.
That's
Watch
gonna
it
be
now.
that's gonna be my nightcap. All right,
Mhm.
boys. Well, appreciate the time, and
Yep.
we'll
Good
chat
episode.
and see when we come back and talk about 9 and 10. We're probably gonna take a break for the holidays.
Yeah.
Everybody that's our greatest fans still on here watching. But yeah.
Mhm.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace
See you soon,
easy.
Trey.
See y'all.
Yeah.